So far I love it here, so I really recommend you to give it a try. Hello everyone, good morning from Norway. We are now in Lærdal, or how it's pronounced, I'm not sure. And we are staying here for 2 nights. My brother and his girlfriend are on another hike. We didn't do it because my muscles are so sore that I can barely walk. So we skipped that hike today. We will walk around the city and there's a short trail nearby. It's only 2.5 kilometers long. So we will walk over there and I will show you around. So far this town is very pretty, as you can see around me. It's surrounded by mountains and all these houses are built like 200 years ago almost, I think, or something like that. So they are pretty old and we are staying in one of them, which is pretty cool. So let's explore. I highly recommend you to add Lærdal to your Norway road trip because it is such an unique place you can get to visit. You can also stay overnight, as we did, in such an old building that is also protected, like in general the old town of Lærdal. And you also have a lot of hiking opportunities. You can also get a city tour because there are a lot of interesting things to see around here. So it's a little bit confusing because this trail is, I don't think it's popular. It has only 5 reviews on Google and we struggle to find it. We are now on a bridge and look at this. This is so beautiful. We went under the bridge because on that side we couldn't walk. So we went under the bridge, crossed it, and then we're walking this way to a tunnel, but we won't go in the tunnel. There it looks like the trail should start on Google Maps. Hopefully, if not, we will just walk around here. It is so insanely beautiful. On the other side, along the lake, there is a beautiful and big trail. You can walk here or go by bike, I think, or walk with your dog. I saw some locals do that and it looks very peaceful and very pretty. So as I've already mentioned, you start this hike on this bridge very close to a tunnel. We did in total round trip 4.5 kilometers with 100 and something in altitude, so we did not climb a lot, but it was pretty technical. You can see that at the beginning it does not seem that bad, but you will get to some rocks, and if it's slippery like it was when we did it, it is very hard. Even with hiking shoes, it was so slippery and it was a bit dangerous in some points, but it was so peaceful. As you can see, we were entering in the forest and there was nobody else around. It was so quiet and it also felt super safe. We met with some locals here and there, but there were like 2 or 3 of them, so it was not crowded at all, if we were wondering about this. And other than this hike, there is a hike that my brother did, and that one is very long. I think it's around 20 kilometers long or 15 kilometers. It's one way and I will leave it on the screen if you're interested about that one too. So we are still doing the hike. We had a little bit of climb to do, but nothing too scary. It's a pretty easy trail. I recommend you to be careful if it has been raining because the rocks are a bit slippery. Now we have stopped because there is a pretty viewpoint of the city, as you can see around me, and of the river, and here everyone is so peaceful, so friendly, and so far I love it here. So I really recommend you to give it a try if you are around. What I loved about this trail is at some point we managed to see a totally new view of the city or town, whatever it is, and we were so impressed because we did not even know that that part existed. But anyways, once you see this cabin here, it means that this trail is officially over. We did not know that, so we kept on going and it was on the wrong path until we just figured that out and we turned back. But anyways, you can see that Lærdal is actually so much bigger than we expected initially, and it is so beautiful from above with the river and with the mountains. So I think we've made 2 kilometers of the trail so far, and there was a more dangerous part over here. As you can see, we had to hold the rails, and if you slipped here, you went downhill into the trees. I don't think it would be like very dangerous, but we would probably be hurt if we fell. But but we didn't, so be careful over here. I'm not sure if it's a round trip trail or not. I hope it is. I'm not sure. We will start descending now, so it seems we may going to the right, so back the way we went, so I will let you know. So far we made about 2 kilometers. As I've already told you, we were on the wrong path. You can see that at this point we turned back because it was super weird. So just so you know, when you arrive at that cabin, that is where you have to turn back, even though it was not really that obvious. Anyways, right now we are back in the old town, and you can see that there are some pastry shops, ice cream shops, and you will soon see that we will also go close to a hotel that is also super old, like all these buildings around here. But anyways, look at that super beautiful waterfall up there. While filming this, I was also saying in my native language that I would really see myself living here. It was so quiet and relaxing, and I just love that. Anyways, feel free to pause this video right now if you want to read a lot of interesting information that the local people put here, for example about the road connecting the east side of Norway with the west side, and also about the hotel that is here in Lærdal. And unfortunately the main part of it burned down, but there are 2 annexes that still stand to this day. And after walking randomly for like half an hour, we got to see this super cute cat that seemed really angry at us. It was so funny. But anyways, now that the video is coming to an end, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and also to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming from Norway and from a lot of other beautiful places around the world, so make sure you subscribe if you're curious about that, and see you in the next video.